Hello, and welcome to the We Recommend podcast, a movie podcast where every week we recommend a movie for you to watch and then come back here and listen to us discuss. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Jason.
You know, I could eat a peach for hours because this week we recommend Face Off. Hell yeah, brother. Do you want to know a movie I used to watch all the time as a child?
Was it
Face Off! Dude, this movie goes hard, and it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Yes. It was like back in the... Well, what year was this made?
I think it was 97.
Yeah, where all barrels were explosive.
Mm-hmm.
Every vehicle is primed to explode.
Yep. Birds fucking just everywhere. It's great.
It's so ridiculous.
So this was directed by what's his name, John Woo, and so that's his trademark thing is like great action. He's a what was it, Hong Kong, I believe, director, something like that. And so his trademarks are like doves, and people firing guns in both hands, and running and sliding and shooting,
Hell yeah.
right? And you know what? It fucking works. It's always so cool. Debris everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just like watching him, just like, God dang it, this is so good.
Yeah, you definitely have to turn your brain off.
Yeah.
But it's like junk food. It's so good.
And another thing
It's so bad for you.
that I love is like, while just watching this movie, there's just a lot of times I'm like, what?
Yes.
What was just said? What did I just see with my eyes?
I know. Metal boots? What?
Yeah. So John Woo, he's made like a bunch of like foreign films, and then he finally got to make movies. He got popular enough that he made like Hard Target with Rob Van Dam or Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I haven't seen that one.
And then he got like this movie, and it's like, hell yeah. But then he also made the worst Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, okay.
But it's
I didn't
still
know it was considered the worst one.
but it's still good.
I don't remember. I remember watching the first one tons.
Honestly, that movie would be better if Tom Cruise wasn't the star.
Nice.
Because then it could just been a normal, because it's like also the first time he was like, I'm sexy Tom Cruise. And it's like, you'll never be sexy Tom Cruise.
Popping his collar so hard.
Because it's impossible to be sexy for you, Tom Cruise. Or at least it's just, I can't find him as a sexy person. Weird.
Yeah, he kind of sucks.
So,
did you ever see his TikToks when he started making them?
Tom Cruise made TikToks?
Yeah.
I've not.
When I first got onto the app, it was just him playing his guitar and talking, and he's not good.
Yeah. He has to be told
he's
what to say.
He's not good at being a human.
Yeah, he is really not. Everything about him, his entire life has just been choreographed, either by movies,
Scientology,
or Scientology. It's like, so I would love to just be like, you know, the Friends episode. I don't know how much of the Friends you watch. There's one point where Chandler is stuck in like a bank ATM room, and like all the power went out, and for whatever reason the door's locked, and he's stuck in there with this like attractive girl. He's like struggling to talk. I want that scenario, but me and Tom Cruise, and I'd be like, cool. Let's see what normal human Tom Cruise is like. That would be interesting.
That would be just, hey, me and you, Tom, we're just gonna be humans together.
Yeah. So we have to discuss first John Travolta and Nick Cage, right? Two of our...
Is this peak insanity for both of them?
worst actors / best actors? Because I feel like everybody kind of loves both of them, but also there's so much weirdness with them that it's just like, are we sure we like them? Nick Cage has always been, he's just kind of like a good guy. It seems that he had like a problem with spending all of his money and now having to do every movie ever because he bought a castle in another country and he's constantly having tax debt.
That's awesome.
So that's why he's in every bad movie.
He bought that haunted house in Louisiana.
Yeah, it's great. He's a freak and I love him. John Travolta, a freak in a completely different way. Less cool way. But he went the Scientology route.
Yeah, that sucks for him.
Which is funny that we talk about Tom Cruise.
Probably.
No, not really. It completely ruined him.
Yeah, I guess.
People think that with because he doesn't really talk about Scientology, not like Tom Cruise was. And like now he seems like to try to separate himself from Scientology, but People think he can't get out of the church because people always kind of think that he's secretly gay and he doesn't want that to come out.
Because they know all his secrets.
Yeah, because you know
they make you tell.
Yeah, whatever you call that again.
Leverage.
Yeah, whatever. Where he holds something and talks for 8 hours and they record it all.
Yes,
which is an insane thing. But now I'm like, well, John Travolta, if you're gay, it's like okay now. Like Hollywood's cool with it. Back in the day, maybe not so much, but
yeah. It's not like it's gonna ruin your career, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard.
Maybe like in the 80s and 90s it could have, but now it's like, hey man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's totally chill. Like
it's
raw.
Like one of my favorite performances of you, Hairspray, where you dressed up like a girl.
That was sweet.
Yeah, that was awesome.
When he was the mom.
Yeah, it was great. So now that we're on to them, do you generally like them as actors?
I mean, not
John
anymore.
John Travolta's great in Pulp Fiction and movies like that, of course.
Yeah. Nick Cage has never been great, but it's always fun to watch him. It's kind of like watching The Mask, even though it's like a bad movie. You just like seeing the rubber face.
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of thing. And his eyebrows are just out of control.
Yeah. But man, like when Nick Cage decides to like be good, he can
sometimes he really is
really good.
Yeah.
Like you should watch The Pig. It's like a great movie with him.
I haven't seen that.
Is this where he has like a pig that hunts for truffles?
Nice.
And it gets stolen. And his whole thing is, I got to find this pig.
Oh, I should have called it Truffle Trouble.
Damn it, Jason. Get you in a goddamn studio right now. You need to be a studio exec. Director comes in. I have a title for this. It's called The Pig. Like, well, let's you're just in the dark in the corner, just like truffle. It's like, that's why we hired
Truffle in Paradise.
That's why we hired him. I do think we do need to start. Like, that's what's so great about this movie. It's called Face Off. It's such a great title. And I love movies where we need to get more basic and dumb titles. Like,
hell yeah.
I have an idea for a movie where aliens invade an island. I think it should be called Alien Island. I have a movie about vampires that whenever they bite you, you kind of you talk like Woody Allen. I want to call it The Nebbish Vampire.
The Nebbish.
I have great ideas for movies and they all have stupid titles and I think it's the best.
Oh, that is great. Especially like for B movies.
Yeah.
That'd just be spot on.
But these would be like dramatic Oscar winning movies.
Yeah.
That'd be even more hilarious.
And they just feel really embarrassed that they have to give you the Oscar.
This is like, wow. The Alien Island has been nominated for 30 Oscars.
I can't believe I have to say this, but
clean sweep at the Oscars for Nebbish Vampire. All right, so keep getting off track.
Wait, was Clean Sweep the one about the serial killer vacuum salesman?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That's why we hired you. God damn it, Jason, you did it again. So what do you think of their performances in this movie?
Bad.
Yeah. I think it's also great.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's Nick Cage that is kind of his most insane, maybe. Or it's at the...
Should watch Vampire's Kiss.
I haven't seen that.
Hoo-wee. That's where he just does the entire alphabet and like A, B, C, D. Or he's like just counting. I can't remember. Well, okay. So, yes, their performances are kind of crazy and over the top, but I think they both do a great job at switching into each other.
Yeah, I kind of liked it better when they did that.
Yeah.
Although, if Nick Cage would have just stayed Castor Troy, and then Sean Archer would have also been Castor Troy, that would have been...
Just, they were both just insane. But so I guess they spent like a month or a couple of weeks together. Just figuring out what mannerisms they wanted to use so that when they switched, they could like do their mannerisms, right?
Gotcha.
So they would be able to like imitate each other. I think that.
But then you've got Castor Troy or Sean Archer as Castor Troy trying to be himself.
Yeah. You have Sean Archer trying to be or as Castor Troy trying to like figure out how to be Castor Troy.
Yes.
And that's why this movie rules. It's layers, baby.
Did they change bodies too?
No. Just face off, Jason. Face off. They made it. They put body hair on them and put hairline shit on them.
But
you know what? Just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Okay.
All right. So we agree. Performance is great.
Yes.
All right.
100%.
Do you think the action is over the top, or is it?
Yeah, but that's what
It's
to
kind
be
of
expected.
Perfect for the movie, though.
Right. Yeah.
It's like when you got a crazy idea. I feel like if the action was just like pretty mild and like more realistic, it'd be like, what are you doing here, dude?
Yeah, it has
face
to be
is
over
off
the top.
There's face offs. Oh shit, face off. Face off.
No drugs for this man.
Yeah, I think man, the action sells the premise, right? It's just like, fuck it, anything goes.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Boat fight? Yep.
Yeah. Do we kind of not have enough movies like this now?
I think we did them all in the 90s.
Like, where is this movie, right? Like, why do we not have more movies like this? Let's get rid of the realism. Like, let's just get wild.
Let's just get wild.
Well,
yeah. I mean, movies,
there's got to be more ideas like this out there.
Yeah. That's why we don't make them anymore.
Damn it. I hate the world we live in now. All right. So, one of the original things that they wanted to do was they had different characters that they wanted to play in this movie. So it was originally written for Sylvester Stallone and Arnold.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Would have been insane, especially since Arnold's like 6 inches taller than Sylvester.
Sylvester's like 5'10".
Yeah. So here's what I want you to do: recast the movie. Give me 2 actors you'd like to see in this role. I should have messaged you to do this, but I didn't even think about it. I wanted to just kind of be fresh.
Brad Pitt and Danny Trejo.
Man, that would mean Brad Pitt's doing a Mexican accent. I would love to see Brad Pitt say pendejo like 100 times or something like that. Maybe say
or
essay.
See Danny Trejo act like a white guy.
I would love to see Brad Pitt say you're either a Mexican or a Mexicant. That would be great. Man, who would I think I would definitely, I'd want to see someone trying to be Keanu Reeves.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'm just not sure who it should be.
Tom Cruise? I bet he'd make a good one.
God, that'd be insane. That'd be wild. I mean, because they have to be. Oh man, Tom Cruise is too short. Can't be in any of these movies.
Well,
Keanu Reeves and Sylvester Stallone.
Oh man,
bro,
I don't know.
Keanu Reeves would have to get bigger, but to see Keanu Reeves try to do Sylvester Stallone and Sylvester Stallone try to do Keanu Reeves. I am a FBI agent.
Oh God.
I don't even know how to do Keanu Reeves. Yo, Adrian, we did it. That'd be pretty wild.
Oh, my brain hurts from thinking about it.
Or even just like, if we just did the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and just did Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, that'd be fun.
I can see that. But I don't know. I think why it works with these two is because they're so
off the wall,
incredibly different as far as.
But also the same.
I guess.
In terms of wackiness.
So
yeah.
They both got very distinct face.
Ooh, we can make it really fun and do Denzel Washington and his son. That would just be like, okay, well, this is pretty easy.
Be your dad.
Yeah, be your dad. Okay. Ooh, like Denzel and like Will Smith switch. Hell fucking yeah, that would be fun.
Oh man, I could see that.
Just because, I mean, they're both so charismatic and I'd love to see them both do each other. That's it. That's the one I want to do. I want like 2000s Denzel and 2000s Will Smith together.
Just trying to see Will pull off a Denzel smile. I don't know.
Or maybe like a young, what's his name? No Country for Old Men.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yes. Like a young Tommy Lee Jones and like Harrison Ford, The Fugitive, but now they take faces off.
Hell yeah.
That would be a cool one.
We need more body switching.
Yeah. So this movie script was bought twice.
Because it was so good.
Well, like, so Warner Brothers bought it in 91, and then the project got shelved, and then it was up for, because they thought it was too much like Demolition Man, and it's like,
what?
It's not. It's a completely different idea. But then in 1994, the rights had expired, and Paramount got it, which is, thank God. And there was an issue. So John Woo wanted the slash for Face Off, splash or dash or whatever. And the studios didn't. And he's like, well, if it's this Face Off, people are going to think it's a hockey movie.
Yeah.
And so he was able to get the slash. And I guess Johnny Depp was disappointed because it wasn't a sports movie, because he thought it was going to be a sports movie.
Is that why he didn't audition?
Yeah. So it was originally going to be straight sci-fi, not like, cops, just like realistic cops, like realistic cops.
It was so realistic.
But it was just going to be full future and everything. But then they were like, no, I don't want to do that, because John Woo thought he couldn't pull it off.
Okay, I can see that.
But I'm glad it wasn't, because all the sci-fi stuff just really, really makes it crazy.
Yeah, like the prison. What are we doing here, guys? Let's give the inmates metal boots.
Yeah.
So they can stomp each other's faces.
So I want to. Did those metal boots? Did those look familiar at all?
I don't recall.
Yeah. So did you ever watch the Super Mario Brother movie?
No way.
Yeah, the magnetic boots that keep Nicolas Cage stuck to the prison floor were used a few years earlier by Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo to hop around. In the Mario Brother movie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I remember those boots.
Yeah, and I got a picture of them.
Not the same.
Bro, no, they're the same,
They're
and
the
it's
same
crazy. So there also was going to be a different ending. So,
where they kissed.
So there was going to be a dark ending featuring Archer looking at himself in the mirror and seeing Castor Troy's reflections, and the wife was going to see Castor Troy's reflection.
Dang,
at the same
I feel
time.
like she kind of liked him better.
Yeah, and yeah, damn, Nick Cage, fuck yeah. Who's hotter, Nick Cage or John Travolta? You have to pick one.
I think John Travolta is more attractive.
I like the psychoness of Nick Cage.
I do like his psychoness.
You need to watch Moonstruck.
Moonstruck.
Shit, should we do Moonstruck next instead?
Sure.
I don't know. We'll
I
see.
have no idea what that is.
Oh,
Does he trade faces with the moon?
it's so fucking good, dude. It's wild. It's got Cher in it. Cher and Nick Cage are a romantic couple,
What?
and it's the most batshit crazy thing ever. So Nick Cage got too lost into the character. So the part during the prison fight scene where Archer begins shouting, "I'm Castor Troy," like a madman. Nick Cage says, "I got scared." He said, "Am I acting or is this real? I can see if I look at the movie that one moment it's in my eyes that it's like he goes just insane because he can't tell who he is anymore."
Shut up.
That's a quote from him.
Oh no.
Nick Cage, he conquered his fear of heights by whenever he does the 200-foot drop into the water when he's escaping the prison. That was actually him doing it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he was like, it was this one of the most frightening moments of his life.
I would have done that.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Last one, just to make it even more crazy. So, Gina Gershon, who's the Castor Troy's, she's the mother.
Sasha?
Yeah. So Nick Cassavetes, which is the guy she kisses at the end, or before he dies, the bald guy. Yes. So Gina Gershon and Nick Cassavetes made their characters incestuous. Incestuous. So John Woo gave his performers a lot of space to create their characters, which included allowing Gershon and Cassavetes to explore their idea of giving their sibling characters a weirdly incestuous vibe. Also, in their backstory, apparently, the way that kid was conceived was a threesome.
Yay.
Between the three of them.
That's hot.
Yeah. So, probably a good thing.
That's how Triple X was made.
Dude, I can't wait till we get to the end of this movie. So we can talk about Adam. And just...
Adam, the kid?
The kid.
Okay.
Bro, I think it's time to get into it.
Okay.
Let's just fucking go.
What's the budget of this movie? Did you find that out?
Oh, yeah, let me see.
It had to be fucking wild.
$80 million.
I guess
that's kind of a lot for 90s. It's probably going to be like 150 maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what the dollar was back then.
That's all I wanted to know.
All right.
That's all you need to know.
Hey, Jason. Are you ready to face
Yeah.
off? Just so you know, every time I do saying the word face off, I'm
doing the motion.
Doing the motion face off. Not the face waterfall, the face off. Because there is also a face waterfall.
Yes. A lot of face
which I guess is something that John Woo, I guess that might be like in...
It's how you recognize the lines of or you memorize their face.
Well, I think it's like something in John Woo's culture or something he did with his kids. I'm assuming there's like a cultural reason that John Woo wanted it done.
Covers his fingers in peanut butter
but
and smears it down.
It's like he comes out of the bathroom, the kid walks by, just wipes his face.
Dad, did you wash your hands?
Like,
no, son.
No. But you should wash your face now. All right. Face off. So the film opens with Sean Archer face waterfalling his son on American roads.
I don't like that.
I love it. Well, damn, I'm watching the scene. I was like, is he about to kiss that fucking kid? So it's such a romantic scene.
Oh, God.
So they obviously love each other. But Castor Troy is just chilling under a tree drinking a soda with his big ass mustache. And he's shoots at Sean and he hits him, but the bullet goes straight through him and hits his son. And he's dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, no longer will he be able to face waterfall him in person. Only like 15 times through a picture in this movie.
Just have to do it to the bones.
Yeah. So it's 6 years later. Sean is well-decorated cop on the hunt for Castor, who is setting up a bomb. Sean is stressed that the FBI hasn't had a break in the case. He's like yelling at everybody. He's like, "Oh, talk to me when you get a fucking break in the case." And it's like, Sean, fucking chill,
bro.
So, and at an LA convention center, Castor finishes arming the bomb, then acts crazy, dressed as a priest, goes up to these choir girls, like just singing,
squeezes their butts,
and then just flirts with this one. And she's just like, "I love it, even though you look insane and have a terrible hairline." And then he's just like squeezes her butt, and he's like, "Oh, hallelujah!" And that was the day that
totally fine.
That cinema was truly invented.
Catholics were like, "Whoa, we can do that.
We can do. Wait, we can do that to like of age girls? I didn't know that. I thought it was so. Just kidding. We're not gonna get into that. But like we have to talk about this a little bit because he's going absolutely batshit insane.
Yes.
He like walks in there, he's like all dancing, then he's like spinning his head in circles. Dude. Like
he's always on drugs, right?
I was like taking notes, pumping my fucking fist, like, let's go.
Right. Your life kit.
Like Snake's like getting his tail's like wagging. He's going kind of crazy because I'm just like pumped up at 7 a.m. in the morning doing notes.
Oh, you should dress him up as Nick Cage for Halloween.
He doesn't have the guts.
You could get a face and put it on his face.
Ooh, you mean I could face off him?
Yeah, well, face on. Because you don't want to take his face off.
Yeah, I don't want to be a furry. So, the FBI receives information that Castor's brother, Pollux, has chartered a plane at LAX airport. Then, like, we see Castor goes up to his brother. It's great. Like, some guy, like, takes off his jacket. He hands him, like, a box, and it's got, like, 2 gold guns. It's fucking magnificent.
Those 45s. Probably.
Yeah. And then he gets on a plane. You got the just, like, insane thing where the stewardess or whatever is like he's
tongue.
Like flirting, and then like he's like, "I bet you sit on my lap," and they kiss, and she straight up sucks the tongue.
Yeah,
just in front of the brother.
It's gross.
So much weird stuff. But I mean, at the same time, he's also having sex with brother and sister.
Yeah,
so,
at least no holds bar.
You know what? It's
Life as a criminal looks really fun.
Yeah.
Like an international criminal.
I mean, when you just get to do whatever you want, it's pretty great, I guess. Like less killing, he'd be a pretty crazy guy to hang out with.
Yeah,
so
it looks like they're a good hang.
Yeah. And so Sean knows that Pollux will not fly without Castor. So he leads a joint FBI LAPD team to chase the plane down, which crashes into an hangar. In the ensuing chase, Pollux is captured by the FBI, and Castor is knocked into a coma after bragging to Sean about a bomb that will go off, neglecting to mention the location of the bomb. Great action sequence. The plane shit.
Yeah.
Love planes exploding. Apparently, they only had one take of the thing, and they had like 13 cameras like filming it because they actually destroyed a plane.
Nice.
We used to make things in this country.
We used to blow shit up.
Yeah. The slow motion jumping and like sliding, it's amazing. I love it. Just like the cat and mouse of the scene is great. Sparks are everywhere.
Yeah, everything has sparks.
All the jet engine just like turning on. It's just like an insane action sequence, and it's amazing. It just looks fantastic. Yeah. I told my wife the movie that we're doing. She's like, "Why?"
Yeah,
like, because it's amazing.
My wife's like, "Remember when you made me watch this, and you said it was good?" I was like, "No, I don't remember that."
You should be like, "Yeah," and you should watch it again because it's still good. No, I get it. It's a dumb movie. It's just like it's a turn your brain off fun movie to watch. Yeah.
Yes.
So Sean goes home where he learns his daughter is suspended. She's very dramatic, and all of a sudden, I'm edgy and gothic now. Oh, I have nose piercings. My lips are dark lipstick on them. I have weird hair. He tells his wife that he caught Castor, and they embrace. Sean has been a shitty father and husband since their son died, and he's like, I'm out. God damn it, I'm out. Sean's work colleagues congratulate him on catching Castor, but the agent rebuffs the praise he is given and says the deaths of the FBI agents is nothing to celebrate about. And I kind of like that. Usually, in movies like this, they don't do this, and I feel like this is what
do what?
Usually it's like, oh, it's the beginning of the movie. You want your like action star to be happy that they caught the bad guy, and then it's all going to go bad. Yeah. But I like that he was like still depressed the fact that like too many people died, dude. Like this is not a thing to celebrate.
And then there's the bomb.
Yeah.
That's still out there.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just like fun that it's a little realistic, that it's just like, I don't know how many people would be celebrating after like, I don't know, 20 people just died in this huge
I feel
action
like
scene.
he would be a little bit happy that, he got the guy that killed his son.
I just feel like that's almost kind of like maybe something a foreign director would do. Just be like, an American action director would be like, yeah, we fucking did it. And like a director from a different country, it's like, we should think about the ones we lost. So Sean then finds out Castor was not joking about the bomb after discovering a tape that was recovered in the jet crash in Pollux' briefcase, which contains information about the bomb. Everything but the location.
They just did a vlog.
Yeah.
Left it in a briefcase.
Hey guys, what's up here? Just set a bomb, by the way. Once we get to 200 likes, I'll set it off.
Hell yeah, man.
So after a number of interrogations, Sean discovers the date, but not the location of the bomb itself. We see he like talks to Sasha, just Pollux, all them. Knowing that Pollux is the only person who can reveal the location and that Castor is the only one who should be informed, Sean is presented by his colleagues a secret mission that he will undergo an experimental surgical procedure to temporarily graft Castor's face onto his skull, infiltrate the prison where Pollux is being held, and get the location of the bomb, which is the only way to do so. Like what?
Yeah, I know. It's just the idea.
This is the
so
only
wild.
way? Bro, this is the 90s. You take Pollux into a room, you turn all cameras off, and you
beat him.
You do what Sicario does in that movie. You like posture the hell out of him, and then you waterboard him or something.
Yeah, it's easy.
Which, maybe this is the best way, the most humane way to do it. But it's not like you sent him to a humane prison.
Yeah. Well, think about Black Knight. He beat the shit out of the Joker. He's like, with all your strength, you'll never figure it out.
Oh, fuck, dude. We got to do the Dark Knight. Goddamn, dude. Like, I thought about that scene and I got a little like,
You know what it reminds me of? The face surgery. It reminds me of Team America World Police. Whenever he gets a face surgery, it's just the glued patches of hair on his face.
It probably definitely inspired by this. But it was a super cool scene though. I mean, the cutting of the face, but the plastic mask that they put on it and then put his face in like the water thing.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable.
Well, you think they'd have to do a lot more like shaving bone down.
Well, they put the plastic. There's plastic under his face to give him like the build of his face. That's why he's like, it's itchy.
Gotcha. I just thought that was from the scars healing.
Yeah. I will say the surgery, like watching the surgery part, is very uncomfortable, and I think that's an element that makes the scene kind of great, as ridiculous as it is.
Yeah, all the bloodiness underneath the skin.
And also, man, like we should show more Face Off in movies. It's kind of cool. Like I love when Castor like was just walking around smoking a cigarette with no face.
Yeah, that was badass.
It's super sick. It's such a boys movie.
Cigarettes are so cool.
Like the most boy movie I've ever recommended for the pod. So his colleagues ask if he wants to do it. He won't be able to tell anyone. And after some thinking, he says he will do it. He heads home to tell his wife that he's going on a assignment. God damn it, when I thought I was out, they pulled me right back in. She's super upset, does some face waterfalls, and talks about the little scar from when he got shot by Castor Troy. He's like, you can't forget about this guy. So it's time for the surgery. They cut his face, they vacuum it up, put it in water, then cuts Castor's face and puts it on Sean. It's
what
fucking
if they
rad.
pulled it off really hard, like
Oh, dang it. We sucked it completely down in a vacuum.
Put it on, it's all fucking crazy.
Yeah. So,
and if there's a plastic barrier between the muscles of your face and the skin of your face, are you going to be able to make facial expressions? Does it matter? No, it doesn't.
I think we should really dive into the realism of this movie, Jason.
We can't because it hurts too much.
Yeah. Something I love is when they are doing the surgery, it's like obvious fake bodies that they're using. Like, but it's great.
And that super high-tech computer they're using. Yeah.
90s technology, baby. Love it. So after surgery, Sean, with the face of Castor, freaks out. It's like looking at the mirror, like, oh, God. It's like when a dog looks in the mirror, like, oh, and then it's like, once this is over, I want you to take this face off and burn it.
Oh, no.
Face
They're
off.
just not going to give it back?
Yeah, I get. No, I mean, fuck Castor Troy. They want him to be dead.
But, yeah,
It's a bad guy.
But why keep him alive?
So, just in case he woke up and could find the bomb? Because of face-off experiments.
Okay,
Jesse,
I'm
come
sorry.
on.
I just need to flip the switch. Here we go.
Just in case John Travolta's or Sean wants to face waterfall him ever. So arrangements are made for Sean as Castor to be incarcerated with Pollux in prison. Then we go to the prison. We got the big guy, the Zodiac guy, and the Invitation.
Yeah.
Forgot his name.
I did too.
But when you see him, no good, very bad. Don't want him around. Unless he's in Fargo. One good time. So he's in a Erewhon prison where guards put magnet boots on him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why not?
Yeah. You know what?
Pretty tight. Now, if they could like walk up walls and stuff, that'd be cool.
Dude.
I mean,
where's that movie?
Why can't
the
you?
amount of strength you would have to have in like your calves and ankles.
Oh, in your abs?
To just like walk up and just like keep your body straight.
Yeah. I don't think it's out of,
I mean, like
out of bounds for this movie.
Yeah, like obviously someone like
they should have just kept them as Mario boots.
Yeah,
Let
right.
them jump around like crazy.
Wish like Bob Hoskins and John
Leguizamo.
I can't say his last name. It's just not a word I can say. I wish they like showed up in the prison like, hey, it's me. I'm a Castor Troy.
Little bombs walking around.
Yeah. So while walking into the lunch hall, we got weird ass voice Thomas Jane meeting him. He sees Pollux and then gets attacked. He's getting beat up, but then Sean decides to go full Castor. He does this weird smile. Sean loves acting crazy for a little bit, and you can just kind of see it, even though he's supposed to be a madman, but I think he enjoys it a little bit. And we learned that he slept with the guy that's attacking him's wife while he was in prison.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Like Castor did, not Sean. So meanwhile, Castor unexpectedly awakens like a horror movie from his coma and realizing what has happened since he has no face.
Is that an Oxford comma?
Yeah.
Oxford coma.
Who gives a fuck about an Oxford comma? Realizing what happened since he has no face and it's in a tub of water. It's like, I just imagine waking up. Oh, damn, I ain't got no face.
Hey,
oh, look, there's John Travolta's
face.
Oh, this is obviously a face-off moment.
Oh,
man. So he calls his men to kidnap the doctor named Walsh who performed the surgery.
So, okay.
I feel like we're about to have the same conversation.
Puts his face back on, maybe. Did they just forget that they did this and then they put Sean in prison?
So no, they put Sean in prison thinking, and then they're like, all right, we're going to leave his face in the face-off room.
Yeah.
So we can put it back on later. And you
in
know,
the same room as the prisoner.
Yeah, the same room as Castor Troy.
With no supervision.
That's exactly what I'm fucking putting in my notes, dude. Maybe have some security watching him since he's just in a coma and could wake up and he's an insane person that apparently can figure out, oh, this was obviously a face-off surgery. So we should probably get the doctor that faced off me. Yeah. Hey, one guard.
Yeah, anybody.
How about handcuff him to a bed? How about put him in a straitjacket? How about any sort of measures here? I don't know. Put him in a bank vault where he can't get out.
Yeah. But how did, like, okay, once he
also has cigarettes. Who left the cigarettes?
Because they're smoking while they're doing surgery, obviously.
That is my favorite.
Because they do that all the time.
That's my favorite doctor.
Dr.
Smoke.
No, so like, but did I miss something? Because he puts on Sean's face, becomes Sean.
Yeah, easy.
And then they're like, oh, you're back already?
Yep.
That was fast.
Yep.
There's no like, they're not going to check to see if the prisoner is still in the room or that the face that they wanted to put back on.
You see, this is what Sean Archer was trying to tell them at the beginning of the movie when they're like, you guys are dumb. Get Castor Troy. You guys should do better. Obviously, he was so upset at the beginning of the movie because he's with the most incompetent people on the planet.
And the most high-profile Federal Bureau of Investigation unit or whatever.
Holy shit. It's crazy.
It's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Actually, I think what it is just before anybody realized that Castor's gone, he killed them all.
Because it's a secret mission.
Yeah,
right?
and there's only like 3 people that knew it. The doctor and 2 people. Even though the doctor also had some help, so he would have had to kill everybody involved, which is probably at least 10 to 20 people. So Castor, who's now smoking with no face, popping painkillers with no face, and watching a video of the surgery when the doctor arrives, then forces Walsh to grab.
Let's just leave these painkillers in here in case he wakes up and it hurts.
I don't know, man.
I love it.
You know what? No notes.
Just let that thought slide away.
Yeah. So he forces Walsh to graft Sean's face onto him. Dope lack of face. Love the faceless. It's
the muscles.
And it doesn't fully show it, and it's like really cool that they do that. It's like all in reflections, and it works, and it's creepy, and John Woo should have done a horror movie at one point.
Yeah. So
Walsh is later murdered by being burned alive with flammable liquid done by Castor's henchmen. Cool. Love to see people burn alive. So fun. Pollux is suspect of Sean, but he convinces him he is Castor, and he gives up the location. It's the Los Angeles Convention Center.
I feel like Pollux knew it from the beginning.
You gotta give it to this guy. He knew his brother at least.
Super intelligent
I
guy.
think him and his brother kissed at least one.
They did. They have to.
No, I think it's just like the classic, like Castor's only nice to one person, and it's Pollux.
Yeah.
He ties his shoe.
Oh.
He's got to take care of his little brother. I'm assuming the backstory is that like
he's got to be like high functioning.
Maybe his their like mom died, and like he probably had an abusive dad, and it turned Castor insane into a criminal, but he always kept that's just or like both of them died and they lived on the streets, and he had to take care of his brother, and he did any means necessary and went insane from drug use. Mm-hmm.
It was just born insane.
And if you have any ideas of what Castor Troy's backstory is, leave
comes out of the womb grabbing
Send us some fan mail. It's all in the description. So Castor as Sean. Also, they mimic each other's voices because they got microchips in their voice. In their throats.
The microchip. Yeah.
Pretty dope. So Castor visits him in prison.
Oh my God.
I love it because this is where you got John Travolta as playing Castor Troy, playing Nick Cage. Ooh, you're good looking. Bro, you can't say he's a bad actor after delivering that.
No.
That's something John Travolta is so good.
I did enjoy that, yeah.
Like, there's something so lovable about John Travolta sometimes.
Like he's a squeaky toy?
Yeah, he's like, ooh. There's something, there's just like a real like charm about him sometimes.
Yeah,
and
sure.
It's like when he's excited, because the same thing in like Pulp Fiction when he's kind of gets excited, it's like, and the guy can dance, damn.
Hell yeah, he can.
So Castor informing him that he killed everyone who knew about the mission, including Sean's friend Tito, who had their wedding band because he gave his wedding band up, and destroyed all the evidence. Damn, he's just like locked in that
Okay, so he destroyed the evidence.
Yeah, he destroyed everything. There's no paper trail or anything. And this movie is so stupid. I love it. So he leaves, telling Sean his plans to take advantage of his job and family.
Hell yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
He seems to be more competent than Sean Archer was.
Castor Troy is so smart if he just wasn't insane, right?
Yeah.
He would be the best cop if he wasn't crazy.
Yeah, he was pretty good at it.
So he, Castor Troy, as Sean, he gets home and starts sweet talking his wife. John Travolta is so good in the scene, acting as Castor, trying to act as Sean. He then walks in on Sean's daughter in her underwear and has the hots for her. It's gross. But John Travolta kind of dances away, so it's like it's kind of fun because he's acting cool. It's so weird. He's so good at being cool. It's because like, you know, I mean, Grease, Saturday Night Fever. He was like fucking cool back then.
Hell yeah.
It's so funny. Because like, what doesn't he like? Yeah, because she's like smoking cigarettes, and he's like, "Give me a cigarette."
Yeah, I'm cool, Dad. Now.
Yeah. So Castor then has the FBI negotiate a deal with Pollux, who figures out the switch, that they've switched faces, for his release in return for revealing the bomb's location. Fucking sucks for Sean, man.
Yeah.
He's just like seeing all this go down, and he's like he's got the Zodiac killer like standing above him, just like wanting to kill him. So Castor tells Pollux that they are going.
But they're all afraid of him, though, right? Because he's like the most insane criminal on the planet.
Yeah, because they think he's Castor, and they all respect his craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because they know he'll kill at
like once he started going crazy, they're all like, "That's fucking Castor, baby. That's my guy." So, yeah. Castor tells Pollux that they're going to go straight now. They got to live on the straight and narrow. Essentially, he says he's going to be American hero finding the bomb, and that essentially they could do whatever they want, like take out all their rivals and everything, and then they own everything, which would be great.
Nice.
Castor, he goes to the bomb thing. There's some bomb people like trying to set it off. He's like, we have no idea. So Castor proceeds to disarm the bomb after the bomb squad can't. Does it with only 2 seconds left because he's got to be dramatic.
Yeah, well, hell yeah. Well, he knows the code.
Yeah. And he revels in the praise from Sean's colleagues and the media. I love it. Everybody's like, "Oh man, this is kind of cool, Sean. Now, hell yeah, let's go." He like smacks like the secretary or whoever's like butt, and she's like, "Woo."
Yes.
She's like, "I did not like that." She made that face where it's like you think that she was going to turn around and be like, "Yeah," but instead it's just like, "What?"
Another woman goes, "No, you can't say anything. It's a man."
Yeah. It's like, it's a man. Just say, "Thanks, Daddy," and get out of there.
Yeah. Please, sir, may I have another?
So that night, Castor.
Somebody needs to take the cornbread out of you.
So that night, Castor has a date night set up for his wife. He got candles, lobster.
Hell yeah.
Nothing is attractive about having to fucking crack open lobster on a date night. Yeah, but it's like, okay, I'm glad we're all done up and we're about to have a date night, then have sex. You got to take a shower after you eat lobster or like crab legs.
Well, that's what they got the big bibs for.
Bro, your fucking hands are going to be covered in like butter and lobster smell.
You just lick each other's fingers.
That's how you get fish disease.
And he does the face waterfall.
Yeah.
And just butter all over. She's allergic to shellfish.
Bro, you're giving me ideas.
This is romance 101.
Yeah. But it's a very romantic dinner. He sweet talks her and then like starts massaging her foot, and then they have sex, baby. Yeah. Hell yeah. So following Castor's disarmament of the bomb and boinking his wife, or Sean's wife, Sean begins an escaped attempt by attacking a guard for a cigarette so that he can get fried, electrocuted.
Yeah.
So they take off his boots, apparently, because he figured that out. So then he does that, and then a violent shootout ensues, and Sean is able to overload the system, ending with the FBI agent successfully evading the prison guards and leaves the prison by swimming to shore.
I love how when he gets on the computer, and he selects, there's just an option for system overload.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick that one.
If I know anything about...
There's like, are you trying to escape, yes or no? And yes.
Oh, God. Yep, exactly, Jason.
And then he jumps in the water, and they're like, he's dead. Because he got wet.
Ain't no goddamn way.
They don't have boats.
Nope.
And they don't go looking for the body.
They have one helicopter. I think it's one of those situations where it's like an impossible prison. I'm assuming there's probably like, I don't know, alligators somewhere.
Just cover the top with explosive barrels.
Oh.
Surrounded by sharks.
Can we say pretty dope place to have a prison?
Yeah.
That was actually kind of
like
cool.
Like an oil rig?
Yeah. Kind of a cool idea. That's like,
I know
that's boy movie shit right there.
There's that movie that with Sylvester Stallone where he
Escape Plan.
Where that's also kind of a...
Yeah, that's Arnold and Sylvester, and it's like funny. It's like, so whoever like had the idea to put them in this movie where they're like, what if we did it, but without the face off? There's like an insane Wilhelm scream. Do you know what a Wilhelm scream is?
No.
So it's like the type of scream. It's something, it was like a very, very long time ago. Like every like John Wayne cowboy movie had it. And it was like, it's like shit, what I'm blanking on what they call it. It's just like an added in scream that they used to do because, you know, they didn't have they weren't able to film like sound on location. So, you know, it was all done like post. And so they just had this guy named Wilhelm, and he screamed, and it's like, almost like all movies have this scream if you look out for it. But this one is just like a insane version of it.
Hell yeah, I gotta look that up.
Yeah, you should. It's you once you hear it, you'll be like, oh, that's the Wilhelm scream. And maybe I'll put it in the podcast so you can hear. Yeah. So also Sean is fine with cops dying, but wants to save the prisoners that are helping him escape. I get that he doesn't like how this prison is treating people, but they also put the worst of the worst in this prison. Yeah. And he should know about this prison already because this is where he's sending half the people he arrested in. Yes. And then he hates this guy because he's treating the prisoners wrong. But like, I would assume that like, would he be upset if Castor was being treated like this by this prison guard?
No.
So I'm just like, you're totally fine with all these cops, just prison guards just dying?
Just dying. Yeah, I mean, they get paid minimum wage.
Or does he just not know how bad this prison is?
I don't think he had any idea. I don't think most people have any idea unless they've actually been in there.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I feel like there's real prisons worse than this.
Probably.
Yeah, right? Okay. So we're on the same
instead
page.
of metal boots, the boots are made of wet sponges.
Like, I remember hearing about, there was this one, it was in Louisiana. It was like a prison. And they, you know, a guy was in there and, you know, Louisiana is like super muggy and wet and hot. And they had a little, you know, like a window with bars on it, right? Louisiana has a ton of mosquitoes. And he said that, like, while staying there, there's so many mosquitoes that he'd wake up just covered head to toe in mosquitoes.
Sucks.
And he could, like, slap the wall just filled with mosquitoes and, like, just blood.
Smear blood?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is my fucking nightmare.
Metal. all the guards are gators.
It's like... they kind of hiss when they open their mouths. It's like, that's all it is. That's how they talk. Or just like the sound of like alligators when you're like at night, you're just like,
oh man, like a growl.
Yeah, it's
I don't even know what sound alligators make.
I don't know. They're like dinosaurs, dude.
Happy.
Hey, feed me. Okay, well, there was that. So Castor and Sean's wife visit Sean's son's grave. Castor pretends to care. Then Castor learned, but you know, actually going back to that moment when he visits, there almost seemed to be some sort of like, he kind of seemed like he regretted the fact that he killed the kid just a little bit.
Just a teeny bit.
Just like the face he made, I was like, it either seemed like he was bored or that he was just like, fuck, I didn't mean to kill the kid.
Yeah, I think there's a tiny bit of that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool. So Castor might have a soul. So then Castor learns that Sean is dead, but he doesn't believe it and wants to see his body. Because, you know, after the escape, he's like, no, he's not dead unless I see a body.
Yeah, they all should have known that just because you jump in water doesn't mean you're dead.
Yeah, for real. That's like, it's like
classic, oh man, he got away. He's just right there in the water.
Hey, guys.
He's like, hey, can I get a lift?
Yeah. So Sean, now on land, calls his wife, but he still has Castor's voice. He then calls Castor to scare him. It's like, I'm coming for you, baby. Later, Sean visits Castor's entourage and successfully fools them into thinking that he's the real Castor. Sean then asks them to help kill Archer.
What kind of drug do you think they took when he mixed the powder in the water?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I would assume it was like some coke laced
I
with
feel like
meth.
everything that you. I think you just drank. I thought you just snorted everything. I mean, is there? I don't know.
I don't know, probably like a
I guess-
hallucinogen, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably some PCP,
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
probably something like that.
I thought you smoked that. I don't know, man.
I don't know. No, because I can't you drink it. Isn't that what they did in like the MK Ultra shit? Like they made them drink
Maybe.
stuff. I don't know. So Sean finds himself having to take drugs to impress Castor's gang. He jokes about sleeping with his wife.
He's like,
to,
drugs are awesome.
Convince him. They ask what he wants to do, to Sean, aka Castor. He says, "I want to take his face off, face off," and then everybody around him, face off, and it's like, is this a dream sequence? Like, is this like why is everybody doing it?
They like the idea.
Yeah.
I've never heard it before.
It's so amazing though. It's a beautiful scene. They're like, should we say the title of the movie in this? Yes, but let's put it all in one scene.
It's several times.
Yeah.
No, and I love when he brings him his box with the guns, and it's also got the chiclets in it.
Yeah. It's a weird little box of stuff.
This is like all the stuff you always have with you. This is like your post-prison escape kit.
Yeah. Yeah. I should just like have a box in my car just of stuff that sometimes I want to do. Like have. So while high, he almost shoots a mirror because he sees Castor's face as he is high. You get the wild Nick Cage face because Sasha walks in. He's like,
he turns around.
he's got like it's like, I don't know. I wish this was a video pod for this moment. Wild face. And it's just like, Nick Cage, you son of a bitch, you did it again.
It's on fire.
He's like the only actor where you see that in a movie and you're just like, yeah, that's the appropriate response.
Yep.
That's the face everybody should make.
You're kind of not, you're expecting that.
Like, what do you think John Woo said? Just say like, you hate your face and you want it off. It turns
Here's your motivation. You just got a new face.
You don't
Go.
like it. You want to shoot it, but you want to also stretch it off by smiling. So, so we're back with Sasha. Presents. So Sasha, it's Castor's ex-girlfriend, and we also see that there's a little kid there, and that turns out to be their son, Adam. Castor is talking to Pollux, explaining that he will use his government. Castor, as Sean, is talking to Pollux, explaining that he will use his government powers to take out all his rivals. Then his daughter and Danny. Oh, yeah. So now he's back home and he's like, I'm fucking king of the castle, king of the castle. His daughter and Danny Masterson from that 70s show.
Yeah. This is a badass scene.
Pull up in the driveway. He starts to try to rape her and Castor beats the crap out of him.
That was fucking awesome.
Hey, you know it didn't age well? Danny Masterson trying to rape somebody.
Yeah, he took this idea a little too.
He's like,
I like this.
Thanks, John Woo. This gave me.
I'm gonna make this a part of my personality.
This was great life advice for me.
That was so sweet.
Crazy.
When he comes and kicks in the window.
Yeah, it's great. It's like someone should do this to Danny Masterson. He then gives her a knife. Something her actual father should have done. You know,
knife.
As like protection. And she's like, "Whoa." Thanks, Dad. That's some good.
Make sure you twist it.
Yeah, thanks. That's like some good fatherly advice there. You know, protect myself. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Father. Instead of just being like, stop dressing the way I don't like you. And then he sits down in the thing. He's like, wowie, wowie, king of the castle, king of the castle. Borat. So back to Castor and Sasha. Earlier, Sean threatened to put her son into foster care, but he now realizes that she is a devoted mother who's trying to raise Adam away from the poisonous influence of Castor. Pollux, watching Castor's old safe house, informs Castor of Sean's arrival. Sean, as Castor, promises her that Archer will not bother her anymore. Sean starts to bond with Adam, reminding him of his deceased son, Michael.
In a scary way.
Yeah, like calls him Michael. Starts hugging him and saying, Michael. And
then
face waterfalls him.
It's like, this is my dad?
Yeah.
Get him away from me.
Well, it's okay. This son just seems to be like not understand a single thing that's ever happening around him.
He lives in a crime house. He probably sees a lot of crazy shit.
It's wild. You know what? Something I do love in like these crime movies is that when usually it's always like the villain is shitty to the kid, but like everybody else loves the kid.
Yeah.
I love when there's like a group of criminals, and there's like one kid around, and they're all like, "Hey, kid, what's up?"
Yes,
yeah,
thick
it's
as
always so
thieves.
fun. It's just like, oh, they have a heart somewhere.
Yeah.
Except Castor doesn't.
Right.
So, Castor sends in an FBI team. They're all shooting at this kid.
Hell yeah.
In the room, there's a kid. You don't shoot, I feel like. Also, get some snipers. It would be much easier than just shooting up the whole building.
Fill it with bullets.
Yeah. So a
grenade launchers.
A gunfight ensues, killing most of Castor's crew while Sasha and Adam escape with Sean's help. And because Sasha's brother, I think Sasha's brother. I put in my notes. Sasha's brother, I think, stepped in front of a bullet for her. Love it. Shit is exploding everywhere. The kid is listening to tape, and then like throughout most of the thing, somewhere over the rainbow is playing while the kid watches everybody die. It's kind of powerful, weirdly, and that was
neat.
John Woo's idea. The studio wouldn't even pay for the song; he paid for it out of pocket. And
nice.
Once the movie made a ton of money, they gave the money back to John Woo.
What? And during this scene, my bird started singing along with it. It was kind of fun.
Aw, hell yeah, dude. Oh, I want a bird to watch movies with me.
Because every time we start laughing, he'll start laughing. It makes us laugh harder.
Yeah, that's awesome. Also, I love it. Sasha and Adam, they're like running, and then a guy comes up and like points the gun at them, and at gunpoint, the kid touches a gun, and like it's like, sweetie, don't ever do that.
Kicks him in the balls.
Yeah. Now Castor and Sean have a face. Alone in the room, Castor says they should trade back and give each other's lives back, but Castor can't give his son back to Sean. And it's like, because he's like, yeah, but you can't give me my son back. And it's like, good. See, I love this. This little face-off is amazing because they are then at gunpoint, but they're like,
in the mirror.
Yeah, in the mirror. So they're seeing the person they want to kill, but they're in that body. And it's like, movies!
Face off!
It's good! Levels, baby! It's like all the ridiculousness, everything. It's all stupid. But damn it works.
Got a few gems.
For this one moment, it's all worth it, Jason. And it's why I want to podcast and scream about it.
I love when they shoot, he does like a backflip.
Yeah, he just like moves over and it's like, okay. Well, it kind of takes away from the moment because it could just matrix away from these bullets.
Fuck yeah, man.
Holy shit. I could run through a wall right now. So
the guy with the grenade launcher comes in.
Yeah.
What?
It's like, hey, just snipe the guy somewhere. Like, hide out. Why didn't this is why Sean was so pissed at the beginning of the movie. The bad FBI.
If they would have had like one sniper for each person in the building, it could have just been like, okay,
bang bang,
shoot. All right, it's all over now.
Yeah, see you later, alligators. Also, if you can shoot any other men in there, great. Just don't hit the woman and child. How about that? Instead, every woman. I don't know. There might have been kids in there. The cops were just like, take them out.
I love how they're dropping in from the ceiling and getting kicked out of windows.
Yeah.
Oh, so fun.
Just immediately shot. It's like, stop dropping into these windows when people are actively shooting. Like, you do that before the shootout starts.
The bald guy's like, my place is getting fucked up.
Yeah. I hope I don't die. So, as Sean makes his own escape, Sean catches Pollux and drops him through the apartment skylight, killing him. Hell yeah.
That was sweet.
Castor is devastated, and when a fellow agent comments about, like, hey, why are you so sad? He shoots him in the head. It's great. It's like, don't you mess with Castor, Sean.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Later, the FBI agent, assistant director in charge, Victor Lazaro, berates Castor for the unnecessary carnage at the safe house. And we also learn Sean is Times Man of the Year. Kind of makes sense why Donald Trump is.
I don't know. I mean, they made.
Well, I mean, you just caught Castor, and I guess
he caught the worst criminal,
like,
so make him
disarmed a bomb. So I guess he's
most of the
I feel
time,
like that happens all the time.
Like, you never see high level cops taking like huge amount of credit for this. It's always like the agency.
It's like they would never be Times Man of the Year, right?
We should just have Cop of the Year.
But
sweet.
I love that they did it. It's funny. So,
could you imagine if we had cops competing to be Cop of the Year, and how many backflips and shootouts we would have? That would be incredible.
And how many people would just be like, wrongfully imprisoned because they're like, look, I got to be Tom's man. Like, let's just say this guy did it. So an already angered Castor confesses his true identity and kills the FBI agent or assistant director, blaming his death on a heart attack.
Yeah, did you just make him have a heart attack?
Well, so he was kind of having it. So he just like, he was just like punching his chest or whatever.
Throat punched them and then punched him in the chest. And
to make this heart like explode. Because he was already like kind of like rubbing his chest while he was yelling at him. He's like, oh, this guy's like one punch to the heart away from dying.
It's one chest compression away from death.
As a result, Castor is promoted to FBI assistant director. Hell yeah. Meanwhile, Sean returns to his suburban home and tries to convince Eve that he is really her husband. She's only convinced slightly after he tells her about the last time they saw each other and argued, and he slept in Michael's bed.
Oh.
And it's just like, lady, just scream. There's like a cop walking in the house and is like, damn, this department sucks. and then he's like, hey, check our blood types. Castor's is AB and mine is O negative. So for scientific proof, Eve, who's a doctor, gets a blood sample from Castor and finds it is type AB. Sean is O negative. He then shows, and it's like she like pricks his arm, and he's just like, "Oh, what was that? Oh, never mind."
Also, I think if you're gonna do an organ transplant, you have to have the same blood type.
Yeah. Oh,
but if his is O negative, it's universal. But it wouldn't have worked the other way around.
Shit, dude. This movie works levels, baby.
No, it doesn't. Oh, that doesn't work at all.
Well, they're just switching faces. They're not switching bloods.
Yeah, but no, it's organs. Your skin is an organ.
He then shows up at the hospital. You're right, Jason. That was my bad.
That was cool.
So you can't, O negative can't switch organs with just anybody? It's only...
or O negative can give blood to anyone, but they can only receive O negative.
Gotcha. So it wouldn't work. Well, somewhat. This was 90s.
Does not matter.
This was 90s science. It's different. So then while she's doing like the blood test, he then shows up at the hospital and she pulls a gun on him. Sean does. She puts it down when he face waterfalls her.
He does it the wrong way.
Yeah. He then describes their first kiss where she broke her tooth, and now she believes. So the morning comes, and as Eve tends to her husband's gun wound, Sean assumes Castor can't be touched, and now that he's the new acting director, at which point Eve tells him he'll be at Lazaro's funeral. Sean, as Castor, says goodbye to Sasha, and Eve and Castor as Jesus Christ. Sean as Castor says goodbye to Sasha, and Eve and Castor as Sean head to the funeral.
With so many doves.
Yeah. It's wild that now Sasha would probably date Castor and actually love Castor because the way he's like being nice. So it's kind of like, man, good thing she dies a little later because she's going to be fucked up by all this. So Sean arrives at Lazaro's funeral during the mass and prays in a side chapel until it finishes, and the mourners leave. You got birds flying while Sean walks in slow motion and doves flying freely in a chapel. Like, what are we doing? Why we got doves just in a
I'd go to this church.
Chapel, just
at
like,
least once.
Yeah, there's so much bird poop. This is how you get avian flu. He then discovers that Castor is holding Eve hostage and Sean is surrounded. But then Sasha comes out. And
everybody has a gun.
Let's fucking go. It's just like, I got you. No, I got you. Sasha comes out. I got you. The other guy, not so fast.
It's the that's the most
Ladies
beautiful
and gentlemen,
moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, cinema.
Oh, okay.
And then John Travolta. Whee! What a predicament. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It's
Oscar.
It's just there's just nothing. There's just nothing better, Jason. There's just nothing better. Golly. Oh, woo.
I need tissues.
So a gunfight ensues in which Castor's crew are killed.
So many birds died in the making of this film.
And it's such like everything about this scene is just it's John Woo at his like best, sliding around, double-handed guns, birds flying.
The whole time there's 3 Spider-Men on top pointing at each other.
Yeah, it's like Dude, just like 3 birds, like pointing. Whose turn is it to fly in front of a bullet?
They've all got guns too.
Yeah. So gunfight ensues. Castor's crew are killed. Sasha saves Eve and takes a bullet for Sean. Before she dies, she makes him promise that he will not let Adam grow up to be a criminal.
I love it.
Kind of sad.
He's like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Why not? Hey, by the way.
How embarrassing when your wife is watching you talk to another woman like that. You know?
Bro, fucking levels. It's like, wait, did they have sex? Because I had sex with Castor.
They kissed a little bit.
So there's no way that he did not have sex with him.
He kind of got into it.
Yeah, he was totally into it. He's like, oh, wait, I could, but I shouldn't.
Could totally do this, but
he's a good guy. So Sean and Castor fight with Jamie arriving late, gets stuck in the middle. Castor strangles Sean.
Do you and Natalie have like a face-off clause for seeing other people?
Yeah, so we had a prenup and we added that to it.
Okay, I was just curious. Sorry. I didn't know.
It's like, all right, we can't take each other's money, but also in lieu of either one of us get a face-off thing, it is okay for us to bang the criminal's significant others.
Nice.
That's what we got.
Yeah,
we got
you
that.
really do want to have that in writing.
Yeah. So Castor strangled Sean, but wound up dislodging a microchip on his larynx, which gave him Castor's voice, thus returning his voice to normal. So she's like, so now like Jamie comes up and he's got the gun. It's like they're both with the same voice saying, "It's him, no, it's him." And it's like, hell yeah, classic bit here. It's usually
they look the same.
Yeah,
though.
usually they look the same, but it's kind of cool that it's the same voice. And it's just like she's just confused, and it's like, I guess I'll just shoot his arm. I don't know. Then Castor takes Jamie hostage, and he's like, if it was my fucking daughter, he'd get him right in the head. But she is able to escape, ironically using a knife trick that he taught her earlier in the film.
Yeah, stabbed him real good, but it doesn't seem to really affect him that much.
Yeah, well, he's a psychopath on drugs, I guess. So Castor takes off to the docks and steals a speedboat. Let's fucking
just
go.
Kills the
go
shit
fast
out of that guy.
Boats, baby. Sean then jumps into another speedboat and goes after Castor.
Boat fight!
Yeah, speedboats rule. After a lengthy chase that involves Castor's boat ramming and jumping through a police boat.
Jumping through a boat.
Yes.
That was full of explosives.
You know what? I wish they gave this movie a $160 million budget. Let's do that 5 more times. Castor and Sean fighting on a speedboat now, where Sean water skis and dress shoes.
Hell yeah, dude.
So great. This, seriously, ridiculous scene, but man, it's shot so well, and it's amazing.
Entire time.
It's like great action. So, and then their boat explodes and they are thrown ashore. The whole thing's rad. The whole thing's rad. It's like I could have done 5 more minutes of those boats. They're like trying to hit each other with anchors and stuff. So the two engage.
Nautical as fuck.
Yeah, the two engage in a final hand-to-hand confrontation. After Castor Troy beats his foe with a pole, Sean grabs a spear gun and stabs Castor in the leg, making him unable to fight. Castor then tries to destroy Sean's face on himself to prevent him from reclaiming it, which results in Sean eventually killing Castor with a spear gun. Here's the thing. He was cutting his face, but cutting where it would be cut.
Kinda,
to put it back on. I was like, no, you need to like just start stabbing yourself in the face. Like, that looks like I'm blowing 2 dudes.
Does like the
I
really did. What if he just grabs the top of it and rips it off?
Yeah.
And then rubs it on his balls. He's like, you're not gonna want this
and then
anymore.
He's like, face rip. So later, Eve is able to explain the entire
situation. Get your face off my junk, man.
Yeah. It's like, hey, that's not how I usually do it. So later, Eve is somehow able to explain the entire situation to the FBI, successfully convincing them of her husband's true identity. I mean, how do you explain that to somebody?
Yeah, and the FBI is probably like, whoa, no way.
Whoa, holy shit. Pass me that blunt, brother. I like to think she just went in there. It's like, I'm going to say this once and only once.
Face.
Sean and Castor, they took their face off and then put each other's face on each other. They're like, that's a good idea for a movie. ladies and gentlemen. Eve. I'm doing too much clapping. So, Sean is then taken to the hospital and his face and body are restored, minus a scar on his chest from when Michael was killed because he doesn't need it anymore.
Okay.
Other people know how to do the surgery?
I mean,
is this in doctor school?
I think any plastic surgeon can like fix a face.
Take off the hair, completely undo his body and do it into John Travolta's body again?
Oh, yeah. They got like a tube for that.
If you are a doctor and went to a doctor school, leave us some comments and tell us, go to the description. There's a link at the top. There's the email at the bottom. Tell us if this is possible. And don't tell us if it's possible now. Tell us if it's possible in the 90s.
In the 90s. Because, I mean, people do this. Did you ever hear about the guy who wanted to look just like his girlfriend?
I know there's like the Ken guy who wanted to look like Ken and it didn't work.
Yeah, they like sliced off his nipples.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but you can like you can reshape a person's face.
Yeah.
Just getting it back to where it was.
It's like they put like hair plugs back in them.
Yes.
Okay. Works for me. All right. So I'm about to yell. The film ends as Sean arrives home with Adam, bringing him into his family in order to fulfill his promise to Sasha of not allowing Adam to grow up to be a criminal. He just replaces his dead son. This kid is going to grow up with so many issues. And he doesn't even tell his family that he is bringing him home. And they're just okay with it. They're like, let's go, kid.
Honey, you got a surprise. Close your eyes. Okay. Now, open up.
I think I'm going to pass out.
New son.
What? Was he just like, was John Woo just like, I want to do the dark ending? And the studio was like, no. And he's like, was it like me when I was writing a script for one of my classes and I wrote it and it was going to have like an ambiguous ending and they're like, it needs to be less ambiguous. So I just like made it overly simplistic and obnoxious. And the older teacher was like, I like this. And I was just like,
this is gold.
God, that's not what I wanted to do at all. It was cool the other way. It sucks this way. But I did it obnoxiously because I knew it was never going to get made. And I just wanted to be like, fuck you, teacher.
Sure.
This is what you want. And he liked it. And it made me upset. And I was like, is this what John Woo did? He's just like, okay, they want a happy ending. How about the fucking kid just gets to live with them now?
Yeah, I mean.
And everybody's going to be like, la, 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 this is fine.
They're like, well, it makes sense to everyone else because that's what you do when you lose a pet. You just get another one.
That's true.
It makes you feel better.
That's true. That's why, like, whenever my animals die, I'm just like, I don't think I can get another one. They're my kids.
But then you do, and then it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, actually, we just need less pets in this house, so it would.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
I'd be like, news. 3 of them have to go.
We found a place to take the cat we don't want.
Yeah.
So we have to wait until it's because we think it might be pregnant, but we don't know for sure.
Well, I hope it's not.
So it's going to take all the kittens. Once the kittens are old enough, they'll take them.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I was going to say, it's like, well, you get rid of the one cat, now you got like 15 kids.
No, they're going to take them all.
Cool.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be the happiest day of my fucking life.
That's good. And that's Face Off.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We're going to do our categories.
Meow.
First one is the good, the bad, the ugly, the fine. It's where we discuss the good of the film. Something we liked. The bad, something we didn't like. The ugly, something that didn't age well. The fine, something that did age well. The good, action.
Yes.
Insanity. Just people writing stuff and just snorting as much cocaine as they can.
Yep.
And then passing out. And forget it. They're just putting it in the mail and just like they come out of their drug fueled like rage and then pass out and then wake up with offers from every studio and be like, I don't even remember doing that.
For me, the best, the face off with everyone had a gun in church. That was the best thing.
Chef's kiss. Chef's waterfall.
I've maybe ever seen.
I mean, it is hilarious, dude. Waterfall. It's just like, I got you. Well, I got you. Well, I got you. And then I got you.
When's it going to stop?
Honestly, they could have done it 5 more times and I'd been like, yeah, it fits.
Yeah.
You know what? Add another 5. Have 15 people come out pointing guns at each other.
The space laser points at the house.
Yeah.
Got him.
This is just like literally where civilization peaked. It's been downhill ever since.
1997.
4 years later, we got 9/11. few years later, market crashed, or home market,
You're
whatever
right.
crashed.
You're absolutely right.
Trump, COVID,
This is the
bird flu,
the peak of
more
human
Trump.
existence.
We're all about to lose our money. It all peaked at Face Off. Woo! All right, the bad. I mean, I guess the whole movie, but it's actually kind of good sometimes. So I don't know what else to say.
Well, just Nicolas Cage, when him trying to be Sean
It's great.
was so bad.
Yeah, it was so good.
So bad.
So weird.
Because he wasn't crazy anymore.
Yeah.
He's trying to be normal, and that is not you, Nick.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Yeah, but then he did.
Yes.
It was there. It was still
It
there.
was there. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So The Ugly. Movie needs a 30-minute sequel to show how fucked up everyone is after. Wife Hurley has trouble sleeping with Sean now. Adam probably rebels against the whole situation because he doesn't know the family at all. And it's probably like, doesn't like him because they're like, you guys just like took me, man.
Was there an after credits scene? I fast forwarded through the credits and I saw a glimmer of something, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta leave, but I want to see." So I don't
Really?
have to check.
I don't think there was. I didn't see
It might
one.
not have been.
I let it play out through the whole thing. I don't think there. Shit. Did I? Well, we'll never know. And if you know, leave us some fan mail. What do you got for The Ugly? Oh, also Danny Masterson.
Oh yeah, he was. That was one of the best. I think that's every dad's dream.
So it aged the worst because Danny Masterson ended up like taking his role too seriously. It aged well because you got to see Danny Masterson get his ass kicked.
Yes,
for trying to rape
that
somebody.
was amazing. Oh
Yeah.
my god. But what aged poorly, I think, was maybe the whole beginning part,
Like
with the choir girls.
Yes, but I'm glad it's in there.
All right.
Well, because it was funny.
Yeah.
And she seemed like she enjoyed it. If she
but
didn't,
she couldn't have been an adult, right?
ooh, actually did not think about it like that. I actually thought everybody was an adult in that scene. So yeah, that
Let's
aged
just say
poorly.
they were.
It potentially aged poorly. But just the idea that, like a Catholic priest doing that to somebody ages poorly.
Yeah, that has become quite popular.
Yeah. So the fine, something that aged well. Nick Cage.
Boat fights.
Boats.
Boats driving through other boats.
Guns. Birds. Pointing guns at people and
Yeah.
more people showing up pointing guns.
Holding two guns and then pointing them to shoot and then pulling it back.
Yeah. Somewhere over the rainbow. Hell yeah, what a good song. Shit. I mean, it's hard to not say everything because, I mean, what didn't age well, another thing was that, it's just like we lost our ability to just like make ironic movies. And so for the fine, also ironic movies.
Yeah.
Or like not made ironically, but feel like they made it ironically. Like, we know this is stupid, but it's like, I don't know.
We love it.
Yeah. So we're gonna hit our next category. Double feature. I put there is no movie like this. There's like Freaky Friday and stuff like that, but nothing like it. So
There's two.
this is the
Freaky
only
Fridays.
movie like this. So just watch The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, where it's Nick Cage plays Nick Cage, and like people love Nick Cage. They go to visit him, and he has like all the memorabilia. And like his most prized possession are the two guns from this movie.
Really?
Yeah. Have you not seen it?
No.
It's on. I think it's on Amazon.
That's cool.
It's on something. You should watch it. It's hilarious. Pedro Pascal's in it. If you ever see the meme where you just got like Pedro just is looking at Nick Cage and he goes, it's a reference to this movie, but he's also high, and it's amazing. Man.
I saw a meme with Pedro on it. It said instead of The Last of Us, it was The Lust of Ass. My 14-year-old daughter showed that to me.
Oh, cool. Everything's going to work out well. So, what's your double feature? If you even have
Con
one.
Air, if you can't get enough Nick Cage.
Let's go.
Put the bunny down.
Yes. Con Air. Good movie.
Horrible accents.
Steve Buscemi's character hangs out with a little kid, and he's a pedophile.
That was a super cool movie.
It's a weird movie. So, on the set of Con Air, little tidbit, that movie has a lot of people, like John Cusack,
Yeah.
Do you have my money, John Malkovich, Nick Cage, Danny Trejo, all these people? And so someone was doing an interview with Danny Trejo, and they asked him, who out of that crew had something that you think, like, who would be somebody you wouldn't want to mess with? And he said, John Cusack. He said there was something in his eyes.
Like a murderous look in his eyes?
Well, it's just like out of everyone there, he thought that would be the toughest person there.
Whoa.
So out of like Nick Cage, John Malkovich, all these people, they're
all
like,
those tough guys?
It was him. I hope I got that right. I just remember hearing that interview or something.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because, Danny Trejo has been to prison. So, it's like, who would you not want to be in prison with? And that's Face Off. Yes.
Yay.
We did it. That was fun.
That was a wild ride.
So join us next week because we're going to go a much quieter movie, shorter. It's going to be horror because your boy loves the horror. And it's going to be so realistic and authentic to its time. So unlike Face Off, we're going to ground ourselves, baby, because we're going to be doing the Vivitch.
The Vivitch.
The witch with 2 V's. So get ready for Black Phillip to live deliciously.
Hell yeah, Black Phillip.
Because that's what we're doing next week. So join us next week for that. Leave us some fan mail. We're begging you here, especially throughout this movie. Come on, you got to have something to say about this movie. In the description, there is a link at the top. You click it, you can just text from your phone. Like, Jesse, stop yelling. Okay? Or at the bottom of the description, you can be like, we recommend mailbag@gmail.com. You can just be like, Jesse, stop yelling. Or what Jason said. Leave us some comments on YouTube. Give us a review. Come on, this is a great episode. Like, I'm like reeling over here from having fun.
Shit.
So,
I was crying so much.
Follow us on social medias, Linktree / We Recommend Podcast. That's the quickest way to get there. Thank you, Joey Prosser, for our intro and outro music. You can follow him on X at Mr. Joey Prosser. And god dang it, this has been the We Recommend Podcast. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
Face Off.